Yo, I'm taking a different sort of route with this video, to be honest. It's not going to be funny, it's going to be completely serious. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about that, but I think this video is a good idea because I've physically been through like the stages of anxiety, social anxiety, stuff like that. Like, I didn't really have an issue making friends or anything like that, but it would be as simple as my phone could ring, or there would be a knock on the door, for example, and that would send me into a panic attack. I would be getting like 15, 20 panic attacks a day, and I didn't know how to stop it. It lasted, I don't even know how long it lasted. It probably lasted over a year, where I was getting like 15, 20 panic attacks every single day. And obviously that's not good for my health at all. A lot of people with anxiety don't even have panic attacks every single day, whereas I was getting 15 to 20 of them. So before I begin, I would like to say I'm not a scientist, but the methods and the exercises that I'm going to be speaking about in this video, I did myself. I did them for 3 weeks every single day. I had no panic attacks for a further 3 weeks. Then I experienced one panic attack again. I got triggered. Then I started doing the exercises again, and since then I have not had a single panic attack again. Before I begin, it did take me, I said before I begin already, but it did take me 3 weeks before my panic attacks completely stopped as well. I know when I was researching, it said that it could take 5 days, it could take 2 months, but if you keep doing it, if you keep repeating it, then it is scientifically proven to actually help get rid of symptoms of anxiety. And I'm not a scientist or anything, yeah, but like I said, these methods were inspired. I didn't create them. They were inspired by actual psychologists, actual biologists, some social media influencers, stuff like that. Really high IQ, big brain people. And it's funny I said big brain, actually. I didn't mean to lead myself on like this, but the hypothalamus is a part of the brain where basically the reactions of anxiety, all the things that come with anxiety, like fear or anger or sadness, they take place in the hypothalamus. And the exercises that I will be showing you today are actually known to physically increase the size of your hypothalamus, and that will help with the negative reactions that you are experiencing. So this actually does have scientific backing. Like I said, it's all to do with repetition. It's like training a muscle, you know what I mean? You have to keep repeating, but there's no like progressive overload or anything like that. You can literally just keep repeating this same task and it will work, which is great. Now, I hope I do this justice, and I hope that people are still enticed by what I have to say, because mental health issues are obviously extremely common. Like, it's quite worrying, and I would personally like to do everything that I can do as an 18-year-old boy who knows nothing about science, you know what I mean? I would like to help through my personal experience, because I know that this method is tried and tested. And I sound like a salesman, but this is completely free. It's completely simple to do, obviously, right? You might have to devote like half an hour of your day every day to it, but it should be good, to be honest. It should be good. The first step of what I did is when I woke up in the morning, I would schedule my day. What things did I have to get done? What things that I might not necessarily have to get done, but want to get done. Making sure that everything that I note down is healthy for my mental health. Like, maybe it's get work done without being stressed, and if it's stressing me out, just put the work down. It's as simple as that. But it could be things like make sure I drink 2 liters of water every day. And now obviously it's recommended on average that you should be doing that, but obviously I understand that sometimes it's a lot harder to actually consume that amount of water in a day. But if you're actually focusing on it, it's good for your body. They say something, I don't remember the saying, but if your body's healthy, your mind's healthy as well. You know what I mean? That's just the gist of it. No one says that because that would be weird, and it was phrased very, very poorly. But you get what I mean. Anyway, just schedule out your day, plot out what things you need to get done, plot out what things you'd enjoy to get done as well. But make sure everything's healthy for you. Like, don't write anything that could trigger symptoms of anxiety, like drink 2 liters of coffee today, because that would not be a good thing. That will have you reacting constantly and stuff like that, and you don't want to get that done. But it's great to do this first thing in the morning, because then you actually have like a set goal. A routine really helps, and the thing is, it's a flexible routine. You don't have to stick to it. It's more of a target, and when you achieve those targets, it's like positive reinforcement, which is always great. You know what I mean? The great thing about this is your days won't feel cyclical either, because I know personally I set different targets every day. Some would stay the same, like go for a run or drink water, like I said. That was one of my main ones. That's why I keep repeating it. It didn't feel like it was forced or anything, because I actually had stuff to do every single day. Now the second one, the second point, the second exercise is the thing that helped me the most. This could get tedious, but the thing is, you have to power through it. Like, it was extremely annoying doing this. I'm not going to lie to you, but if you genuinely want your symptoms of anxiety to go, then you actually have to be doing this. This is like the most important step. I set 5 alarms at random times every day in the morning. After I wrote my list, I would set 5 different alarms, and I would also say 5 different things. Thing of 1, I would say to myself, I'm not my flashbacks, I'm not my anxieties, I'm not my traumas, I'm none of those things, my anxiety. It's really important to create that sort of separation, so you don't identify those things as a part of you. Basically, they might be something that you associate with yourself for now, but it's important to create that separation. Because the second thing is, I would tell myself, I want to be happy, I want to be saved, I want to be happy, I want to be safe, I want to be successful. And to be honest, if I want those 3 things, if I want more things in life, I can't have these feelings of sadness or fear or anger in my way, because it's not optimal. It's not an optimal way of functioning. But again, it's important not to completely neglect these feelings, because sometimes anxiety, the feelings that are brought with anxiety are 1, important, and 2, helpful. So my third finger, I would say, I welcome these feelings of anxiety, I welcome these feelings of fear, I welcome these feelings of anger or sadness, whatever I'm feeling. And then I would say to myself, they're simply messages. I remember seeing something about an analogy. What would you rather have? A smoke alarm that doesn't work, or a smoke alarm that gets triggered way too often? It's better to have these feelings of anxiety than it is to not have these feelings of fear, sadness at all, because that can put yourself in danger. And now, obviously, I'm not saying to live with your anxiety, because I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. It's awful. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's a good way of putting it, because these feelings of sadness, fear, when I'm actually in a position of danger and these feelings of anxiety trigger, then that will help me to an extent. But it's a bit unhealthy, because they might cloud my judgment. It's best to be clear-headed in a situation of danger, so you yourself are controlling yourself and not the anxiety controlling you. So you need to create that separation. It's really important. Now, I know this whole thing sounds like a bit of a meditative state. It pretty much is. It's weird. I wouldn't describe it like that, because a lot of people don't associate that with science. But the fourth one, I would say to myself, like I mentioned on finger 2, I want to be safe. I want to be happy. I want to be successful in life. I want to be rich. Yeah, I would say all of these things. And so I tell my anxiety, not myself, because they're different things, remember? I tell my anxiety, I would never put you in a position of danger, because then that would put me in a position of danger. And I want to be safe. I'm telling you that I genuinely want to be safe. So you don't need to worry, basically. The longer I live, the longer you live. So, you know, we can help each other out here. And you might sound like a bit of a madman speaking to yourself, but like I said, it's about the bigger picture. If you want your anxiety to go, you have to be doing stuff like this. You can say it in your head. I like to do mine verbally. So I would actually be out in public, for example, my alarm would go off and I'd be muttering it to myself. But I would explain afterwards or before I went to do it that I have to do something for my anxiety, and it was all good. It was surprisingly fine. It was fine all around, so there's nothing to be worried about. You see me now, I'm probably not making eye contact with the camera, which is funny. That's a symptom of anxiety, but so I still have these little traits, but I don't have any panic attacks or anything like that. So I'm speaking on camera, fans, so you can imagine it really does work. It really has helped me. So why do I keep saying so? That's crazy. Now the 5th one, when I was researching this, I remember I found this the hardest one to apply to myself. But I would basically say, I'm not going to get stressed out about other people's issues, as evil as that sounds. I'm not going to get stressed out about other people's issues. Don't get me wrong, I will help other people if it's within my interest, if it's healthy for me, because I could want to help someone, but it could also be detrimental to my own health. So I was thinking, I'm going to put my health first. I'm going to help people, because I'm happy to help. I'm always happy to help. But sometimes if I'm doing stuff to help them for hours and hours, and I have schoolwork, for example, that's going to have me stressing and feeling symptoms of anxiety, so I'll just leave it out. And I would also say to myself, don't get people stressed out about my issues either. So I won't get stressed out about you, and I won't let you get stressed out about me. You know what I mean? I'm not saying to take this battle on your own, because obviously everyone needs help. That's stupid. It's always stupid to do stuff like on your own. Everyone needs assistance in life, and there's no shame in saying that. But yeah. Now thirdly, this video was meant to be pretty short, but it's going in depth, so I like it. At the end of the day, I would write down 3 feelings, like 3 different feelings, like fear, anger, sadness. I'd write down 3 different things of what I felt in that day, why I felt them, potential reasons on how to fix it, what I could have done in my specific situation to help myself here, so I wouldn't have felt those specific feelings without working out my issue first. So that's what I would be doing every night before bed. I'd write that, all 3, and then I would basically write a little passage like, I thank you, anxiety, I thank you, feelings of fear, I thank you, feelings of anger. You've done your job. I don't need you right now. Your presence is appreciated. And it's weird because creating this separation, it's all about separation, or actively speaking to your anxiety. Creating this separation sounds very crazy. I was skeptical, extremely skeptical when I started it. It sounded like some voodoo stuff, like, but it really did help, and I do urge every single one of you to do this if you are. So especially if you search this up, like, I know I'll have subscribers or people watching or promoting, watching this and watching it for the sake of watching it. But if you search this up and you stayed the whole way, then I pray to you that it does work. This could be done through prayer as well, if you are religious. I'm not just trying to chuck random things in there so it's more appealing to other people. I prayed sometimes on top of this, yeah. I'm not even the most religious person in the world, but again, praying really did help me get through this. Stuff like that, because it does all have a positive effect on your mental health scientifically. So, yeah, I hope that even if I could have changed the lives of one person by showing them this, like, I don't expect much to come from it, but if, fingers crossed, by any chance, I do actually end up getting a comment in a month's time, 2 months' time, oh, this helped me, that would mean the absolute world to me, because I know how happy I felt when I realized it's been like 3 days and I haven't had a single panic attack. I'm just so grateful for doing this, to be honest. Like, I'm just happy. I might end the video there.